Welcome to Ankara here in Turkey, Group K, and it's the round of 16 playoffs in the Basketball Champions League. And what a game we have for you tonight. Türk Telekom welcoming AEK Athens to their home floor, and a huge game. So much riding on this game for both teams. For the home team, AEK Athens, for the visiting team, AEK Athens, they will qualify for the final 8 if they pick up a win here this evening. And on the other side of the group, Nizhny are able to beat Strasbourg. That will be enough for AEK Athens to secure the second qualification spot in this group. For Türk Telekom, well, it's one and done. It's do or die. A win tonight or they will exit the Basketball Champions League. Here's our schedule. As you can see, the game in Nizhny against Strasbourg tips off at exactly the same time as we do here. We'll try and keep you abreast of that game as it progresses. So much intermingling between the two games. So much riding on tonight's game. And as I say, for Türk Telekom, the pressure couldn't be bigger. AEK are in the driving seat to secure the second qualification spot. Here are the standings. Nizhny, perfect record. They've already secured their spot in the final 8. And there's 3 teams left now. However, there's only one place at the final 8 remaining from Group K. As I say, AEK Athens trailblazing at the moment with a 2-win, 2-loss record. But that is not going to be enough unless they can secure a win this evening. And they also hope Nizhny are able to keep their perfect record and win against Strasbourg. That would be enough to close out Group K a week early. Remember, there's still one more week of the round of 16 to go. Here is the AEK Athens roster. So much experience. Keith Langford obviously jumps out of the place. 37 years old, the American, leading Athens in scoring, 18.5 points per game. That puts him 7th overall in the Basketball Champions League. And then in the front court, the big man, Yannick Morea. And Golem averaging 17 points, 7.3 rebounds a game. Makes him 6th in the Basketball Champions League in rebounding. As for Türk Telekom, as I say, the pressure's on them, but it's not like they're shy or short of experienced, high-profile players. Some big names on this roster. Right at the top, probably one of the highest impact ones. Nick Johnson, the American guard, averaging over 14 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists a game. He really is causing chaos for the statisticians, keeping up the box score going. And then recent addition, Johnny O'Brien, the big man, joined in February from Zvezda, and he's averaging over 10 points and 7 rebounds a game across his 4 games. Players being introduced now in the arena. Sadly, still no fans in the stands. Obviously, with the pandemic, it's put the Basketball Champions League and all professional sports really in a fluid state, rolling with the punches at the moment. But just great to see competitive basketball at the highest level continuing to operate. And there's been some wonderful games across this season in the Basketball Champions League. As we see the coaches huddle as well. Home team Türk Telekom to be introduced now, and they'll worry slightly. They're on the back of a 3-game losing streak as they enter this, and unbelievably, in their previous 17 games in the Basketball Champions League, they'd only lost 3 games. So to lose 3 games in a row is quite unheard of for Türk Telekom, and will be slightly concerning for Coach Goran and his team, that's for sure. But that man there, Nick Johnson, he puts everything on the floor whenever he plays, and no doubt he'll play a big part here this evening. Türk Telekom will be determined to make it through to the final 8s. They made it the quarterfinals in the Basketball Champions League last season. In that one, they lost out to Dijon, who went on to become bronze medalists. They only lost by a single point in that quarterfinal. So prior to the season, most people were tipping Türk Telekom to be back at the final 8s. As it stands, they would not be favourites to do so at the moment. As we see Coach Papatheodorou just bumping fists with his opposite numbers. And for AEK, they've not come in off a reign of form either. They've lost their last 2, including last time out. 28-point loss to Nizhny. The biggest ever loss in the Basketball Champions League for AEK. And remember, they don't just expect to make it to the final 8s. They won it in 2018, and they claimed silver last year, losing by 11 in the final to Burgos. So we have two absolute heavyweight big hitters on show here this evening. But the matter of fact is, only one of them will potentially be at the final eight, and even then, both of these teams might actually miss out, which would just be unthinkable at the start of the season, as Strasbourg are still in with a shout of making it to the final eight as well. Like roster, so much experience, an average age of 30 in the AEK Athens roster. Usually pays dividends, that experience on the big stage. Plenty of winning in the resumes of that team. That said, Türk Telekom aren't exactly short of some superstars within their rosters as well. Plenty of high caliber experience on show here this evening. Under 4 minutes until our tip-off here. Just a chance to remind you to download the Basketball Champions League app. It will keep you up to date on all the latest news and views. Completely free. It's available on iOS and Android. So no excuses, get your phones out, get that downloaded. Keep following the box score along as our game progresses tonight, because I'm pretty sure there'll be some great stat stories coming out from that. Here are our officials for this evening. Antonio Conde, Manuel Mazzoni, and Luis Castillo from Spain, Italy, and Spain respectively. A really strong officiating crew been assigned to what is a very high-profile game here in the Basketball Champions League, as they signal 3 minutes until tip-off now. Players enter these final stages, and it's a fine balance between being focused and being relaxed. Let's jump into the AEK Athens huddle. Here's the starting five, in fact, before we do. Langford, Machulis, Kasavilis, Lojeski, and Moreira. Let's have a listen to Coach Papatheodorou.
Don't forget the rules against Machulis. How you use the bump. Okay, 4 and 4 down. Use a bump. Our offense, guys. First offense, no dog.
Here's the starting five for Türk Telekom. Nick Johnson, Sam Decker, Marcus Foster, Kyle Wiltshire, Johnny O'Brien. Let's listen in to Coach Goran.
Johnny set the screen to Kyle. Kyle gets the ball. Sam directly corner, and Johnny set the screen to Marcus and follow him. Okay, set a good pick. Probably they don't come out from Kyle. Okay, Johnny, deep row. Don't forget Sam corner. Okay. And second offense 35. We start with Johnny. Okay, let's go. Hey, I sit. Start up. 1, 2, 3.
Set the trap. Let's go.
Starting fives now taking to the floor. What is a crucial game, as I say, if AEK win here today. As we look at Coach Papatheodorou, if his team win here today and Nizhny are able to beat Strasbourg, that's job done. They've booked their place in the final eight. Türk Telekom and Coach Goran, they know anything less than a win here today is the end of the road. Their chances of making the final eight will disappear if they can't pick up the win here today. These are the games, these are the moments that make or break players and coaches alike. You can almost feel the nerves on the floor as the pressure builds. And we're underway. here in Group K. Round of 16 of the Basketball Champions League, and we're getting to the business end of the season now. Türk Telekom against AEK Athens. A place in the final 8 up for grabs. Ball is recycled out, and straight away Maciulis drains the 3. Shooting over 30% from range this season, Jonas Maciulis. Foster to O'Brien. He'll step back for the jumper, and it's good. Both teams will be happy to see the scoreboard ticking over within the first minute. That'll settle some nerves. Civilis hands it back now to Langford. Under pick and roll with Maciulis. Drives inside, pulls up well. No joy, but it looked like O'Brien caught his hand on the basket, so the basket's going to be given. Have a look at the replay. There's the shot, and we can see, yeah, absolutely. Good call by the officials, good spot. Johnson just waiting for options in front of him to unfold. Into the hands of Foster now. O'Brien for 3. Oh, nothing but net. Johnny O'Brien ties the game. 90 seconds in, both teams on 5. Civilis now hands it off to Langford. Good patience, shot clock to 4 though. Shot goes up, Marea, no good. Be a really interesting matchup between these two teams. Wiltshire now looking to power his way against Maciulis. Maciulis uses every last ounce of his 36 years of experience. A real veteran roster that AEK Athens have brought together. They've returned so many players from last season as well. You would say that's why they've had a pretty successful campaign again this year. Consistency is key. Maciulis for another 3. 2 threes within the first 2.5 minutes for the Lithuanian. And it's a real lack of intensity to chase him off the perimeter that is the cause. Decker goes strong to the basket, can't get the score, but will earn himself a trip to the free throw line. First foul of the game as he just wrong foots Lejeski. Decker, 79% free throw shooter. This is the first of his 2. Back to the line for the second. Averaging 13.6 points per game, Decker. Civilis now slows it down. Waits for Marea. And AEK certainly have a structured offense as they weave around the top using the big man for the screens, and it's opened it up for the easy little reverse. Wow, that was a thing of beauty. Always great for a coach when you work so hard on a rotation and it just works so smoothly in practice. And we now see Decker again getting in the paint and getting the score. Maciulis for another 3. No good this time though, and it hits the top of the backboard and away, so it'll be a Türk Telekom ball. Johnson being harassed as he goes to the basket and is stolen away. Good quick hands by Lejeski. Langford is fouled by Johnson. It's on the floor. First foul on Türk Telekom. Clear from Johnson. He just wanted to stop the transition. AEK having a numbers advantage in that fast break. Really smart play in the end by Johnson. Unless it comes back to haunt him later in the game if he has foul trouble. Katsivilis looks to throw it to Morea. It's knocked out of bounds off the hands of a Türk Telekom player. So possession will remain with Athens. There you can see O'Brien just getting into the passing lane. Lojeski to inbound. Does so to Langford. Once again, AEK Athens lean on their structured offense. Langford with a really tough task now going up against Foster. The double team comes across and it was a quick movement from Johnson that opens this up. Foster to the basket, can't get the score. The defense is good from Katsivilis. Oh, he goes coast to coast and gets the score. Demetrius Katsivilis doing it at both ends of the floor. Foster just too focused on the defense coming across to him rather than the finish. And then we have O'Brien with the illegal defensive play as the ball had already touched the glass. Foster short with that attempt. Langford's going to be fouled by O'Brien, and not sure if it's an intentional ploy by Türk Telekom, but they're already focusing in on Langford for a bit of a physical treatment. The players certainly aren't shying away from it. I wonder if they're thinking that they can maybe reduce some of the stamina from his 37-year-old legs with a little bit of physical play. Katsivilis now. Big man, little man game on the perimeter. I was about to say, very smart play. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul from Katsivilis. Or is it? It looks like an ordinary regular foul being called. Didn't look to play the ball at all, though. Just pulled on the arm of Wiltjer. Interesting to see what the officials say. Just going to leave it as a regular foul. Second team foul of the quarter. Katsivilis' first personal foul, though. O'Brien had the mismatch he wanted, and that's two quick fouls for Katsivilis. Starting point guard from AEK. Interested to see if coach Papatheodorou keeps him on the floor, whether he looks to replace him. Plenty of talent on the bench to come on in his place, and yeah, absolutely, they're going to make the change. Nikos Zisis will come in and take over the reins at point guard. Johnson now. Gets Zisis on his back. O'Brien working hard against Moreira. Moreira's going to get called for the foul. It's going to be an interesting battle in the paint. Two dominant figures. Two real talented players, O'Brien and Moreira. Decker now. And AEK's defensive intensity is a slightly higher level than Türk Telekom's at the moment. Good ball movement. Foster can't quite get an open shot. Comes in with the spin instead. Short with the attempt, and Lojeski pulls down the rebound. Langford for three. Big rebound by Moreira. Odds were against him in that battle, but he came out with possession, and AEK Athens will go again. Steps to the side this time, Langford. Another offensive rebound for AEK, and that's going to kill Türk Telekom if they give away too many of those. They're not lacking size on the floor either. Offensive foul's going to be called on Moreira. That's going to be his second foul as well. So early foul trouble here for AEK. It's going to send him to the bench as well. He'll sit next to Katsivilis. As we see Daryl Macon come into the game for the first time. Foster now against Moses. Floated pass inside to O'Brien. Macon's going to get called for the foul. That's his first contribution to the box score. But Türk Telekom did well. They worked the offense to create the mismatch that O'Brien could capitalize on. You can see the screens and the cross screens to create that mismatch. O'Brien's going to head to the line. He's been shooting 73% from the line this season. Averaging a little over 10 points and 7 rebounds a game. 11 point was his high score so far. That was against Nizhny in the round of 16. AEK now waiting for the screen from Moses. Has to take the shot. It's a tough shot. It's going to come up short, and that's triggered Johnson out to the races. Floats up with the finger roll. And that's what Nick Johnson does. Reads the game well, and he's very purposeful about the way he plays it. Certainly not shy on being assertive and taking control. That brings Türk Telekom to within 1. Chulis now rolls away from the screen, looks to pass it to the wing, but once again, Nick Johnson, he's in there, stealing it away. Goes straight to the basket. His angles aren't quite right on the glass, though, and Moses will pull down the rebound. Little under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Relatively cagey affair so far. Both teams working hard on the defensive end, trying to cause problems as best they can. Macon floats to the basket, no foul called, and Decker once again gets out of the races. Foster for 3. Drains the 3, and Türk Telekom take the lead. And that will push coach Papatheodorou into a timeout in this first quarter. As we see Türk Telekom take their first lead of the game. Let's listen into this Greek huddle.
We need to share, we need to share. We rush without reason. We play with one pick and roll and shot. We need to share the ball more. Go to the second action. Go to the second action. That's why, Nico. Now we play. Two side one. We play. Two side one and thumb one. Too often for us, guys. Look at me. Two side one.
After a slow start, Türk Telekom have certainly got back into the action. They let AEK Athens dictate the flow of play in the early stages. Maybe a little bit slow to warm up on their home floor. But they're back in the action now, as they take a 2-point lead, their first lead of the game, with a little over 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. We expected a cagey game, that's for sure, as we see Korkmaz come into the action for the first time for Türk Telekom. Should be an interesting battle between him and Zisis. Jankovic now brings it up over the half and hands it back to Zisis. Macon looking at a little bit of isolation. He's got the mismatch. Moses for 3. Had to put it up as the shot clock was running down, and another offensive rebound for AEK. And Türk Telekom at the moment are not defending their boards. As we see Korkmaz, really no option there but to foul. His momentum took him straight into Zisis. Sikopoulos, stolen away. Oh, but Moses gets the loose ball as it's thrown back in bounds. And that will tie the game. 14 to Türk Telekom, 14 to AEK. Just over 1 minute 40 to play in this first quarter. Decker for three. He's short. Macon now. Not been able to spark anything so far coming off the bench to replace Langford. Certainly has the talent to do so, the pedigree to do so. Zisis comes back to Moses, and one. The big man does well. Draws the foul. Great upper body control. Zisis floats inside, draws the defense. Decker comes across to try and help. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, Decker saying he's straight up. He's certainly not straight up. And that will lead AEK out into a three-point lead now. Both teams in the penalty as we're about to enter the final minute of this first quarter. Foster to Wiltshire. At the moment, Türk Telekom not really rotating their roster. AEK Athens certainly have. Foster for three. Oh, and he gets the lucky roll. Clips the front of the iron. With a little kiss off the glass. Hits the three to tie the game. Foster up to 6 points now. Macon tries to stop on a dime. Couldn't quite put the brakes on quick enough to create the space. 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Foul's going to be called on Zisis. As we see a replay of that Foster three. If I'm him, I'm going to go home and buy myself a lottery ticket if my luck's going that way. You can see what it means to him, though. The players certainly are up for today's game. So much riding on it for both teams. Gayak at the line, his first taste of the action. Not a great free throw shooter, only shooting 63% prior to this evening's game in the Basketball Champions League. Doesn't hit the second. As AEK will look to run the clock down as far as they can. Don't expect them to make a move until the closing seconds. Oh, Macon's going to go early, though. Not sure that's necessarily the smartest move if he does. Into the corner, shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound by Gayak. Are they going to get a shot away? Korkmaz now just throws a prayer. Almost gets it to go on a really awkward right-hand scoop shot, but it slaps off the glass and away. First 10 minutes down, and as expected, it's a close one. Türk Telekom 18, AEK Athens 17. Cagey first quarter. Here are your shooting percentages. The game playing out exactly as we expected. It's going to be a close one. Here are some of the highlights from that first quarter of action. Machulis really starting up early, hitting a couple of big threes early on. O'Brien returning the favor at the other end, that long two, and then stepped up and drained a three as well. And that's been the way. AEK Athens got out to a good start. I think Türk Telekom were a little bit cold from the opening tip, but they soon warmed into the game, took themselves their first lead with about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And since then, the teams have just been trading baskets. Neither team taking full control. And at the moment, defense is leading the way, as the offense hasn't quite found form as of yet. Just a reminder for AEK Athens, they win here tonight, and if they look across and Nizhny beats Strasbourg, that will be enough for them to have booked their spot at the final 8. At the moment, Nizhny actually trails Strasbourg by 2. That one's in the final few seconds of the first quarter. As for Türk Telekom, it's a one and done situation. If they lose, their chances of progressing disappear. Second quarter action underway here in Ankara. Group K, the round of 16 playoff stage here in the Basketball Champions League, and things couldn't be closer. At the end of one, Türk Telekom lead by a single point over AEK Athens. Foster backs his way down. Macon tries to take the charge. I think he sold that a little bit too hard. Officials need to be, I imagine, be warning him on the flop in future. And the score is good for AEK. Baseline drive, the lane just opened up. And the foul's going to be called as Chrysikopoulos was fouled by, I think it was O'Brien, who got called into that one. There's the flop from Macon earlier, and AEK just scooped it up, and Chrysikopoulos drives strong to the basket, draws the foul. Second foul on O'Brien. That's going to force a change as Wiltshire comes back in. Imagine that wasn't built into their rotations. Chrysikopoulos not missed a free throw in the Basketball Champions League so far this season. Certainly brings an awful lot of experience. Been part of the Greek national team and their qualification campaign for Eurobasket 2022. It's averaging over 13 points a game for the national team. Certainly doing his national duty. Türk Telekom's lead down to just one now. Almost a carry by Foster as he looked to pass to Wiltshire, but the passing lane was closed. Korkmaz for three. Drains the three. Smart play by the guard. Read and react situation there. He came around the screen, and much to his surprise, the defense had looked to go under and left him the space. That's his first score of the night. Türk Telekom out to a 4-point lead now. Shot goes up. Where's the rebound falling? It's into the hands of Galazlan. Korkmaz, little hesitation. Nice pass, good ball movement. Back to Galazlan, he'll drive inside. Korkmaz has got the hot hand. Can't get the score though, but the rebound's going to get pulled down by AEK. It's stripped away. And eventually Jankovic will come away with possession for AEK. Kingsley Moses strong to the basket, draws the foul. Kyle Wiltshire's going to get whistled for that one. Let's have a look at this rebounding battle. Everyone giving everything. AEK hits the deck. At the other end, there's the foul by Wiltshire. Just caught jumping forward. Foster will head to the bench. Second team foul of the quarter for Türk Telekom as well. Under 2 minutes gone, so that could come back to bite them as we progress. Foster heading to the bench, and Johnson's on the floor to replace him. This is the second, so Türk Telekom's lead stays at 3. Johnson now, will he look to back down Macon? He does, goes to the right hand. A little bit heavy, the follow by AEK is there, but if anything, he got in the way of Johnson on the second one. A little soft right hand from Wiltshire. Soft enough to get the score off the glass. A little hesitation. Opens up the space. Türk Telekom's lead is out to 5 as Wiltshire scores his first of the game. And he has struggled in the playoffs, Kyle Wiltshire. He's averaging just shy of 14 points a game across the Basketball Champions League this season, as we see a miss from Chrysikopoulos. There's the lob pass to Johnson, out in transition. Great read from Korkmaz. And they're the kind of teammates you want. If you're going to get out and run, you need to be rewarded. And that's a pass from the half court by Korkmaz. Johnson gets his second bucket of the evening, and Türk Telekom's lead is out to a game-high 7. And at the moment, I don't seem to have any answers. Korkmaz to Wiltshire. Wiltshire inside, and the other scorer. And at the moment, Christopoulos cannot contain Kyle Wiltshire. Timeout has been called by coach Papatheodorou. Wow, what a resurgent Türk Telekom team. As I said, entered today's game on a 3-game losing streak. They're looking to put an end to that right now. Let's jump into Ike's huddle.
Jonas. Saplato. Nobody talk on defense, guys. In any case, nobody talk on defense. Jonas, Keith, you start. You set the screen. Mo, you set the screen. Jonas is a corner player. Okay, Mo, you set the screen and you stay here. Corner player is Jonas. This is the first action for us. Hey, and then, guys, and then we play one side, 2 for Keith. One side, 2. Go.
Türk Telekom out to a 9-point lead. A little under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Maciulis back into the action. Smart move by coach Papatheodorou. Things were going right when Jonas Maciulis was on the floor. Moses needs to be careful. Foul's going to be called on Galazlan as he gets in a bit of a wrestling match in the paint with Maciulis. 13th foul of the quarter on Türk Telekom. No fouls so far in this quarter for AEK, and maybe that tells you the story of their defense. Maybe it's not being played at a high enough intensity. Shot from Moraitis is short, and Türk Telekom go again with the opportunity to extend their lead out to double digits. Korkmaz now hands it off to Gaik. Gaik goes back out to Galazlan, gets it back though, loses it in the low post. Some good hands down low from Langford. Oh, and sportsmanlike foul is going to be called on Galazlan. Didn't make a play at the ball, just intended to break out the thing. Yeah, absolutely, just wanted to break the transition offense, just body checks Langford, and again another physical play on Langford. Galazlan will head to the bench. Not the smartest of plays from him. As Decker is back on the floor. Langford misses the first of the unsportsmanlike free throws. Remember, Ike will get possession back as well. Connects with the second. Exactly 6 minutes remaining now in this second quarter. And Ike will want to be breaking down this Türk Telekom lead before the halftime break, if not taking their own lead. They don't want to give Türk Telekom a double-digit lead to take into the locker room. Langford, oh, beautiful shot. Had to pick its way through the tough defense. Low trajectory to avoid the defensive hands coming across. Timeout's been called by Coach Goran. He wants to talk things over with his team, protect the lead they've got, which has now been pulled back to 6. Let's listen to this Turkish huddle.
Guys, when they play like our horse-two kind of organization, we flank would go through and try to make ice. Okay? Because you cannot make ice every time they dribble and create it.
Hey, şimdi bak herif şey geldi, Mavrides geldi. Mavrides, okay. We play pick and pass with Johnny now. We start, okay, but don't forget, when we play don't smoke, okay, don't forget.
Couple of quick checks on the table before we can get back underway. Ball inbounded to Johnson. And AEK certainly showed a bit of resurgence there coming out of their timeout. Will Türk Telekom regain control now? O'Brien fakes the three. And there's the flop. Technical foul called on Mavrides. He absolutely did. He can argue all he wants. We can watch it clearly now. He's decided he's going to flop pretty much before O'Brien even gets there. He's on his way down. O'Brien will head to the line for the technical free throw. Mavrides still arguing his case. In fact, Wiltshire will take his place. Wiltshire is an 82% free throw shooter, and O'Brien is a little over 70%. A good way to get your stats increased, get good at free throw shooting, and get to take the technical free throws. Telecom lead back up to 7. Johnson in possession. He's got the mismatch he wants against Mavrides. Good defense in the end, though, by the veteran big man. Stepped out enough to put Johnson off. Langford for three. He's up short. Langford only 5 points to his name so far. Remember, averaging 18.5 a game. Korkmaz hands it off to Wiltshire. Wiltshire's got the mismatch. O'Brien hasn't. It's going to be big man against big man. O'Brien steps back. Foul is going to get called on Decker as he pushes Machulis out the way on his way to the basket. Yeah, clearly puts the armbar into the back of Machulis and just levers him out the way. Decker's not happy, but it's the right call. Because Türk Telekom are in the penalty, that's going to send Machulis all the way to the other end of the floor for free throws. Not a great free throw shooter, though, Jonas Machulis, only 50% this season in the Basketball Champions League. He was 80% last year, so I'm not quite sure what's happened. I don't think he's making many trips to the free throw line, to be fair, though. Machulis had 15 points in the reverse of this fixture. And their win over Türk Telekom. Oh, stolen away. Good, quick hands by Moraitis. Gives AEK another chance to chip away at this lead. Moraitis thinks he's got the foot speed over Wiltshire. He's shaping him up. Ball comes back out to Chrysokopoulos. Goes strong to the basket, Chrysokopoulos, and gets the score. Telecom lead now down to 4. O'Brien for 3. Oh, nothing but net. Johnny O'Brien. That's his second triple of the evening, and the timing couldn't be any better. 9 points for him. AEK Athens with the ascendancy. Quickly poured a bucket of water on their fire. Langford moves it well. Oh, and before you know it, Moraitis nails the three and cancels out O'Brien's effort. Türk Telekom lead back to 4. Wiltshire fakes the three, steps to the left, nails the three and draws the foul. Kyle Wiltshire. This is the player who's been grabbing headlines for several seasons in the Basketball Champions League now. He's gone through a bit of a tough spell. Is this him coming out of the other side? Back into the fine form that we know so well. He shot over 40% from downtown last season. He's under 30% this year. He won't be happy. But that said, all will be forgotten if he can get his team the must-need win here this evening. That 4-point play takes Türk Telekom 8 points clear of AEK. Moraitis now moves it back to Chrysakopoulos. Chrysakopoulos just grinds his way to the basket and gets the score. Both teams now starting to score a bit more freely after a relatively sparse opening quarter. Johnson back out to O'Brien. He was wide open. He'll drive to the basket and draw the foul. I think Langford is going to get blown for the whistle. I think the team are frustrated. Let's have a look what the call is, though. Machulis, in fact, I think has been whistled for that one. Let's have a look here. Yeah, absolutely. Machulis just bringing his arms down. Langford did look like he stayed pretty straight up. Machulis didn't. O'Brien's going to head to the bench as Gayic comes back in. Gayic now calling for Johnson to come up and take the ball off him. Pick and roll as Johnson floats to the basket. Good defense in the end from Mavroidis. And again, AEK strict with their offense. Shot clock down to 6 now. Langford being chased way away from the basket, gets the shot away before the shot clock expires. Johnson now feeds it out to Foster. An easy 2 on the break for Marcus Foster. And you just feel an aura of confidence from Türk Telekom at the moment. It feels like they feel they have control of this game. And that's a worrying sight if you're an AEK fan, because a confident Türk Telekom team can go up against any in Europe. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Are they going to get it away? They're not. He's completely oblivious, Chrysakopoulos, of the shot clock. Another turnover as AEK completely stall on the offensive end. AEK are going to make the change, double change, as we see Morea come back into the action. Mavroidis will head to the bench. Also back in is Kingsley Moses. Chrysakopoulos will take a seat on the sidelines as AEK head back to what is more of a starting 5 front court. Wiltshire now has it stolen from behind. Wiltshire traps it more like a football, a soccer trap. Murray is frustrated at that the officials don't call more. Not sure they can, to be completely honest with you. It's a foot violation. AEK will take possession. 90 seconds remaining now in this first half. Türk Telekom lead by 8. As they've looked to take control here in the second quarter. Moraitis, nice pass to the corner, and Moses rattles home the 3. That could be a big score in this game. Türk Telekom's lead down to 2 possessions now, just a 5-point lead as Moses takes his personal tally to 9. Johnson, long 2, no good. Machulis brings down the rebound as we're into the final minute of the first half. Ike running their weave on the top again with the pick and roll going inside. Morea gets the score. And just like that, from what looked like a dominant performance from Türk Telekom, the introduction of Moses and Morea has completely swung the game back towards Ike. Coach Goran calls the timeout. Under 40 seconds to play here in the first half. He wants to talk it over with his team. Let's listen to his huddle.
Marcus, okay, Nick, and Erde. Marcus, Kyle, Marcus set the screen, okay, Kyle 1, and screen, Marcus, Kyle 2, no corner.
What a big phase of play from Ike. Türk Telekom looked like they'd done enough maybe just to break away. And then the front court duo of Moses and Morea come back in. And how quickly momentum swings again. What can Türk Telekom do here with this possession? 40 seconds to play in the first half. They lead by 3. Johnson now got the mismatch against Moses. He's going to pass away to Gaik though. Galaslan for 3. And the foul's going to be called on Moraitis. He pushes Wiltshire in the back. An awful lot of conversations from the players, a lot of moaning on the floor towards the officials. I think we've just had a final warning to the Ike players for complaining. Second foul on Moraitis. That's their 4th, so it's not going to send Johnson to the line. Gaik now receives the ball. About 9 seconds differential between shot clock and game clock, maybe a little more. Johnson to Gaik, fakes the 3, looks to drive strong to the basket, does so but rejected. Great defense by Mavroidis as the shot clock will expire. Mavroidis shows us the gun show on his way back down the floor. Türk Telekom slightly frustrated. Looks like Macon's going to try and come back into the game. Let's have a listen to what the officials are saying. Macon will come back in as Mavroidis will come out. Wiltshire goes to the bench and Korkmaz replaces him. That's just a reaction to Ike's substitution. 10 seconds remaining in this first half. Ike with a chance potentially to tie the game. Langford, step back, elbow jumper, blocked from behind. Korkmaz will pick it up. But that will be the end of the action here in the first half. And a cagey chess-like affair in Ankara in Group K as we enter the business end of the season at the halfway stage here. Türk Telekom 39, AEK Athens 36. What a game, 20 more minutes to come. Here are the shooting statistics. Türk Telekom shooting well from outside, but a big 20 minutes of basketball still ahead of us. They're also winning the rebounding battle. 8 offensive rebounds. Ike will need to work on that. That's for sure. Here are your top scorers. Moses with 9, Machulis with 7, Chrysikopoulos with 6 for Ike, O'Brien 9, Wiltshire 9, and Foster with 8 for Türk Telekom. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first half. As we predicted, an exceptionally close game. AEK got out to a good start, primarily from the shooting of Jonas Machulis. That was quickly cancelled out by the equally impressive performance from O'Brien in that first quarter. Türk Telekom left the first quarter with a single-point lead, though. After that slow start, they picked up the pace. They continued that in the second quarter, opening up a relatively good lead through that second quarter. They would have been happy with the progress they were making. They looked like they'd comfortably taken control of the game. And then a couple of smart changes from coach Papatheodorou, and it all changed. The 9-point lead from Türk Telekom quickly disappeared. And at the halfway stage, they now just have a 3-point lead. Marcus Foster doing well, as is O'Brien and Wiltshire. Wiltshire with 9 points, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. O'Brien has 9 points to his name as well. Marcus Foster, 8 points, 2 from 3 from outside. For AEK, their leading scorer is Kingsley Moses. He's got 9 points and 2 rebounds. Jonas Machulis has 7 points along with 4 rebounds. And Chrysokopoulos has 6 points behind him. But a close game, as we would expect. Just remember, though, how big and how important this game is within Group K. We're getting to the business end of the season. If AEK are able to win here this evening, and if Nizhny are able to take the win against Strasbourg, then AEK will secure that second qualification spot within Group K. At the moment, Nizhny lead by 12 in the final minute of the first half there at the moment. So that one looks like it's going in favor of AEK, and this is going to leave it an AEK win. They're through to the final 8, and Türk Telekom will bow out. For Türk Telekom, no matter what happens in the other game, they must win here this evening, otherwise it's the end of the road. But what a first half of action we've had here so far in Ankara. 20 minutes down, Türk Telekom 39, AEK Athens 36. This one is all set to be a nail-biter. Make sure you join me for all the second half action coming up shortly.
Sacco, oh, beautiful pass to Rabaseda, who comes in and flushes it from the baseline.
Thompson for two. Pretty move down the lane.
And what a move! Attacking the basket, Steven Hall. Acrobatic concentration and perfection.
Here's Quealy again, he goes up and gets the dunk. Now Ish Wainwright into the corner to Bohacic. Bonzi Colson, same spot. Not the same result, but that is another putback jam for Yanis Moran.
Rugby in the corner. Inside, Singfielder. Great wraparound pass. Fila is good for three.
Carmichael goes baseline. Jackie Carmichael! Are you serious? Well, he went in with a reverse dunk and he ripped the ring down.
Him just to lose by, oh! So real juice for Kubale. Down the lane, everybody went up with him.
Right now, Ronnie Carmichael goes baseline. Jackie Carmichael does it one more time. That is just unbelievable. This guy is playing for an MVP.
Fila, Chase Fila with the throwdown. Biggest play of the night.
Welcome back to Ankara in Turkey for this Group K Basketball Champions League round of 16 playoff game between Türk Telekom and AEK Athens. An interesting first half, a cagey first half at times. So much on the line for both of these teams in this game. At the halfway stage, Türk Telekom hold a slender 3-point lead. They looked like they were going to pull away during that second quarter. They weren't quite able to, and AEK, with all their experience, dragged themselves back into the game. Let's listen into Coach Goran's huddle here.
Marcus, we start with 3. Okay. Start. Enough. Line up here because they may switch to 3 man. Marcus.
Christoph, Jonas, look at me. Dimitri, bring the ball here. Here is Yannick. Here is Mo. Here is Langford. And here is Jonas. Take the switch, Jonas. It's a low post. Repeat if it's necessary to feed the post. Yannick, be ready for this help. You are a last player if it's necessary to cut if they go for a trap. And Keith, stay here for a safety player.
Final words of wisdom from both coaching teams as the Fives look to come back onto the floor. As AEK are a little bit late to the floor. Türk Telekom 5 are already on the floor, ready to go.
Send the screen for Moraes. Here is Langford, here is Jonas. Guys, it's a down screen and try to read what defense they play on the handoff. If it's necessary, they repeat. Okay, guys. Walk on defense now.
Moments away from the start of the second half now. And the game is perfectly balanced as we predicted prior to the start of the game. These two teams full of top-level basketball talent. 3-point difference seems about right at the halfway stage. Second half action underway here in Ankara, Group K of the Basketball Champions League playoffs. At the halfway stage, Türk Telekom hold a 3-point lead. Machulis looking to back Johnson down. Good defense by Johnson twice, knocks it away. Machulis telling the officials it's a foul. The officials think different. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, I can understand the frustration from Machulis. It looked like the arm came down across his wrist. Langford now looks to go inside. Got Foster on his back, and that was only going to end one way once he'd sealed him out of the game. Foster really should have known better than to try and reach in from behind. Someone of Langford's experience knows exactly how to play that one. Langford at the line for 2 shots. Hits the first of his 2. He's had 2 30-point-plus games in the Basketball Champions League this season. Keith Langford, no other player in the competition's done that. His biggest was 32 points against Timofsky Minsk back in game day 6, sorry. Final game day of that regular season. And Langford up to 7 points, but more importantly for AEK, they're within 1 now of Türk Telekom. Moraitis looking to apply pressure to Johnson. Comes back out, O'Brien fakes the 3, almost throws it away. Decker re-establishes O'Brien for 3 this time. He's off target, Johnson with the rebound. Back out, O'Brien, another 3 attempt off right this time. Decker with the rebound, and Türk Telekom grabbing a series of offensive rebounds, and you can see the reaction from Coach Papatheodorou. He's not happy that his team aren't boxing out, that his team aren't competitive on their own glass. 10 offensive rebounds already for Türk Telekom. Decker now looking to feed Wiltshire. Wiltshire being muscled out, though. It's going to be stolen away. Eventually the ball falls to Moraitis. And AEK have a chance to take the lead. Morea Back out to Langford. Shot clock at 6. Langford floats inside, uses the glass well. Looks like O'Brien's injured. He's slapping the floor. Is it an ankle? Not happy. Yeah, he's holding on to his right foot. Something's gone. He's in a lot of pain at the moment. Let's have a look what happens. He comes down. Oh, yeah, you see the right ankle just flip over. He lands, I think, on Langford's foot as he comes down, and you just see it flip. Anyone that's ever played basketball, that makes you cringe. Anyone that's got bad ankles, and I know firsthand what that feels like. And yes, that's the reaction. Tie your boot up nice and tight. That's the old school way of dealing with a flipped ankle. No modern medicine, just cutting off the circulation. O'Brien's chosen. Wiltshire now gets the lane, gets the score, and Kyle Wiltshire is back in fine form here this evening. As these two, like a pair of old heavyweights, just exchanging big hand after big hand at the moment. Langford, double team comes up. Machulis drives inside. The defense works well for Türk Telekom. Not the most orthodox of rotations on the defensive end as Johnson puts the jets on and draws the foul from Moraitis. Just a change of pace. Draws the foul in. Third foul on Moraitis as well. That'll be a concern for coach Papatheodorou. Johnson now. And Wiltshire's got the mismatch he wanted. Goes inside, uses the glass. A bit heavy-handed though, and rebound pulled down by Moreira. Moraitis. Free throw line jumper is short. Rebound by Wiltshire. Stolen away. Moses loses the handle. Moraitis goes up but can't get the score, and really scrappy from both teams at the moment. And there's the jam from Decker. There's the easy finish, a wonderful pass from Wiltshire. Machulis now looking for options in front. He's found Langford in the low post. Back out, Machulis doesn't take the three, floats inside, goes for the scoop. Moreira with the rebound and draws the foul. There's a replay of the pass from Wiltshire. That's his third assist of the evening. Decker's 5th point. Zisis is now in for Moraitis because he's in foul trouble. Zisis, short 2. Flat 2 as well is no good. Decker wrestles the rebound down. Wiltshire to O'Brien. Türk Telekom can really spread the floor with their bigs. Both O'Brien and Wiltshire quite happy to step out and shoot the 3. Causes big issues if you're Ike. You not really want Moses and Moreira playing defense that far away from the basket. You lose all your rim protection if they do. Johnson, spin move to create space. Instead, ends up on a double team. O'Brien throws it straight into the face of Langford, but Türk Telekom will hold on to possession. Pace of the game has picked up considerably here in the third quarter. You can see the players starting to stall ever so slightly to buy themselves a bit of a breather. Decker now looking for options in front of him as Foster's come into the game, and they're going to try and get him open. Johnson fakes the three, takes the three, gets it away in time, but is off target. It's going to be Türk Telekom ball as Decker gives all he can to get the rebound. Let's have a look at this battle for the rebound, and both Wiltshire and Decker working hard to establish, and that's what's got them to double digits offensive rebounds already. Foster now steps back, misses the jumper. And Foster's played well. He's 3 from 7 from the field. He's got 8 points to his name. Only one player in a Türk Telekom jersey with more. That's Kyle Wiltshire. He's the only player in double digits with 11. Langford, little body contact and the step back. No good this time though, and Türk Telekom hold on to their 3-point lead. Pass inside to Wiltshire, and really Nikos Zisis left with no option but to foul. That really wasn't going to end any other way. Third team foul of the quarter for AEK. Second personal foul for Zisis. Foster now feeds Wiltshire, and Wiltshire's really feeling it tonight. Goes to the right hand and gets the score. He's up to 13 points. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and this is the Kyle Wiltshire of old. Been somewhat missing in some of the games this season, but he's back when it matters most. Zisis now, shot clock at 9, almost stolen away by Johnson. Moreira picks up the loose ball. Moreira puts the jumper up, no good, but the rebound hustle by Moses. With a soft touch with the right hand, gets the score. Stolen away by Machulis. Decker going to be called for the foul. Is it going to be an unsportsmanlike foul? Decker's going to come out of the game though, as Galaslim will come in. Let's have a look at a replay. Yeah, Machulis gets the steal. Machulis saying straight away to the officials it's unsportsmanlike. I was out on the break, but I think, and again, don't quote me on this one, but because of the defensive position of the rest of the Türk Telekom team, I'm not sure that one's going to get called as an unsportsmanlike. I think they're going to review. They are. They're going to jump onto the video review. Big game. We need to make sure they're the right decisions, that's for sure. Let's listen into what the referees have to say.
Okay, sir. Hello, we want to see the contact when we call the personal foul from the main camera, Okay, please. Yeah, let's go with you. Okay, go back. Okay, stay. Yes, thanks, sir. Están luchando por el balón. Es normal foul. Están luchando por el balón. Okay, it's normal foul. They're fighting for the ball, and there is not any illegal grabbing. Just normal contact. So go for the normal foul. The normal foul there, opposite side.
So they're going to maintain the regular foul. Just fighting for the ball. It was just normal contact. Coach Goran not happy. Not sure what he's not happy about. I presume the foul being called at all. That's Decker's 4th as well. That causes Coach Goran big issues. Still over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter, and one of his main men in his rotation is now severely limited. Don't expect to see him till deep in the 4th. Langford to Moses, moves it out. Moreira, shot clock down to 9, and it's stolen away as Moreira loses his footing. Korkmaz draws the foul, can't get the score. Zisis blown for the foul. It's his 3rd, I think. And just a little crossover, change of direction, was more than enough to draw the foul. Third foul on Zisis. Daryl Macon's come back into the game, and Zisis heads to the bench. Again, the officials having a discussion. Foul on the floor. It's going to be a sideline possession for Türk Telekom. That was the discussion, whether Korkmaz was in the act of shooting or not. The officials say he wasn't. Sideline possession. 3-point lead for Türk Telekom into the final 4 minutes of the third quarter now. Galazlan feeds O'Brien. O'Brien's going to look to go to work. The double team has to come across, and it's an effective double team from Moreira. They're saying it came off the hand of Moreira, so it's going to be Türk Telekom ball on the baseline. Moreira saying he didn't touch it. Let's have a look. I'm not sure he did, you know. Let's have a look at the replay. Ah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's off Langford, actually. Good call by the official. Good teamwork from the officials. Wiltshire now got the mismatch, soft right hand. Of course it's going to go. It's off the hands of Kyle Wiltshire. 15 points for the big man. He really does have so many different facets to his game. Makes him a real handful when he's playing at full capacity. Langford with a Euro step. Travel called though. I think it was the little feet shuffle prior to the Euro step that cost him. Five-point lead for Türk Telekom. Johnson breaks through, but the door's closed on him. Galazlan has it knocked away, only into the hands of Wiltshire though. Shot clock to 7. Turns a corner and throws it down. Wiltshire with the roar. What a play. The spin move and the jam. He has come to play tonight, taking the team on his back, extending their lead further. Out to 7 now. Coach Papathea. Carl Wiltshire having another huge night. He's had plenty across his career with Türk Telekom so far. This will rank up there amongst them, though, if they can come away with the big win. Remember, the must-win game for Türk Telekom. If they lose this evening, their hopes of making the final 8 disappear. Macon knocked away by Korkmaz. Good hands and good footwork to get himself in a position where he could do that. Shot clock to 6. Macon now being chased. Goes inside and gets the roll. Smart play by Daryl Macon. Korkmaz open for 3, and that's a big shot. Poor rotation by Ike. The defense just not working together at the moment. Second triple of the night for Korkmaz. Slowing things down, Ike. Just seem a little bit stagnant on the offensive end. Things aren't going their way. Langford to Macon. Passes it down, shot clock down to 1. The shot is away, but no good. Gaik with the rebound for Türk Telekom. And at the moment, Ike are looking a little flustered. Not the usual dynamic, fluid Ike that we're used to. Pass inside, Gaik, and 1! There's the big play. And that's what you need when you're bringing those role players off the bench into the action, contributing immediately. Great play, made sure that he had Macon on his back. And that meant it was only ever going to end in a foul. It was just whether he could convert, and he did. Gets the score, earns himself the trip to the free throw line. Had 10 points, 5 rebounds in the reverse of this fixture. Samet Gaik. This is the free throw, though. That is a weakness in his game. Only shot 67% from the free throw line last season, shooting less than that this season in the Basketball Champions League. Korkmaz going to be called for the foul. Türk Telekom not in the penalty yet, though, so Macon's not going to head to the free throw line. Just that quick first step as the screen comes around from Masvaridis. Macon, little crossover, slides inside, side steps, gets the shot. Very cool and calm, Daryl Macon. We enter the final minute of this third quarter. Türk Telekom lead by 8, and as it stands, the progression to the final 8 could go to the last weekend. Korkmaz for 3. Looked like it had dropped, but the ring decided against it and spat it back out. Macon playing a 2-man game with Mavroidis. He's got the mismatch against Johnson, but Johnson's just got quick hands and he waves him away with disdain. Johnson used to bigger players trying to back him down, but the sheer strength of Nick Johnson is often enough to keep a bigger player at bay. Giving up 18 centimeters in height in that battle, Nick Johnson. Machulis to Langford. Langford steps up, hits the jumper, but comes up way short. The defense from Johnson was high level, and the aforementioned Johnson's going to slow it down now as they look to take the final shot of this third quarter. Can they extend their lead to double digits? Foul's going to be called on Langford. That's going to send Johnson to the line for 2 shots. He's frustrated with the officials. Wants to have a conversation with them, asking he's not sure what more he can do. It might be that you don't want to put your right hand and push the player away. That would make sense. Second foul on Langford, and clearly a foul as well. Not sure what more he can ask in that situation. Johnson at the line for 2 free throws. Comes up short with the first. He's an 80+% free throw shooter. Langford continuing to moan at the officials. I'm not sure they'll take it for much longer. Gaik fighting for the offensive rebound. Langford plows in. It's off the foot of Langford. It will remain Türk Telekom ball. And allow 4.3 seconds to create something with. Let's have a look. Langford flies in. Can't see from that angle. Timeout called by Coach Goran. Wants to draw something up for this final 4.3 seconds. Technical foul has been called as some of the AEK players going after the officials. I don't think Langford's particularly happy. Been warned and better warned throughout the game, and they continue to complain. And at the moment, AEK look like they're falling apart. Let's listen to this Türk Telekom huddle.
After free throw, Nick, you are here. Can. I am sorry. Can, Samet, Kyle, okay. Erde. Can, set a good pick. I am sorry. When he clapped for Samet, direct flash cut. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
You could see the frustration from Papatheodorou, at his players moaning at the officials and getting a technical foul called upon themselves. Wiltshire will go to the line for that technical free throw. Hits that, and Langford's sitting on the bench trying to cool himself down. You can see him sitting on the back row, out of the way. Needs to re-establish some composure. His team need him. They don't need him losing his head. He's one of their leaders. Gaik for three. Shot goes up, no good. And that will be the end of the third quarter. And what a third quarter for Türk Telekom. Holding AEK to just 10 points in that third quarter. 10 minutes to go. Türk Telekom 55, AEK 46. The third quarter made of nightmares for AEK, only scoring 10, seeing Türk Telekom's lead extend out to double digits. They've got 10 minutes left to fight their way back into this one. Here are some of the highlight plays from that third quarter. Certainly more a defensive quarter than we've seen in the first half. Türk Telekom leading out by just 6 in that quarter. A 9-point lead now for them with 10 minutes left to play. AEK seem to be falling apart at the seams as well. A little bit of ill discipline in the AEK roster. Their frustration starting to show, and they're taking out on the officials rather than channeling it into improvements on the floor. And remember, AEK were probably favourites entering this game. They have a serious chance of actually progressing to the final 8 and securing their spot tonight. Remember, if AEK win and Nizhny beat Strasbourg, and at the moment Nizhny lead by 3 points at the end of the third quarter in that one, then AEK would progress. They'd secure the final 8 spot. For Türk Telekom, though, if they lose this evening, no matter what the result is on the other side of this draw, they will bow out of the Basketball Champions League after their final game next week. Final quarter action underway here. Group K of the Basketball Champions League playoffs. 10 minutes to play, and Türk Telekom hold a 9-point lead. Offensive foul's going to be called on Gaik. Korkmaz just didn't quite give him enough time to set himself. And the big man gets called for the foul. Coach Goran complaining, and that's been a bit of a flavor of the game. Coaches and players voicing their frustrations at the officials. Can't really see many calls that the officials have got wrong. Most of them have been pretty clear cut. Zisis now inside. Mavroidis back out to Macon for 3. That's a big start. That's exactly the start to the quarter that AEK would have wanted. Macon starting to warm up as well. He played a bigger part in that third quarter. Macon up to 7 points now. Foul called on Chrysakopoulos. Yeah, just holding Wiltshire. And Wiltshire is the threat. There's no two ways about that. He's 7 from 10 from the field for his 18 points. Really has had another big night in the white and teal of Türk Telekom. Korkmaz is fouled on his way to the basket. Mavroidis whistled for that one. Korkmaz out the line for 2 shots. It's the first, and he's had a great season, you have to say. He made the move across from Galatasaray in the off-season, and he's one of those absolutely crucial role players. Played in all 10 Basketball Champions League games for Türk Telekom. Playing a little over 16 minutes a game, averaging just over 6 points a game, but he seems to turn up and put some big plays in the big moments. Nick Johnson looking to do a big defensive job on Macon now, trying to isolate him out the game, deny him possession, almost stolen away. Macon does take control though. Gaik will come out. Macon shot clock running down. Great defense by Johnson. Jump ball going to be called as they both come down with possession. Possession arrow still in favor of AEK. 1.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's have a look at the replay. And you can see Johnson just followed that beautifully. Tracked it all the way. And finished off the defensive play well. Inside, Mavroidis gets the score. My goodness me. The veteran big turning up when his team needed him the most. Next to no time. Gets the shot away with less than a second left on the shot clock. How big is that play going to be? Johnson, elbow jumper. No good. Rebounding fight. Falls into the hands of Galazlan. Wiltshire to the basket. Doesn't get the score. Draws the foul on Chryssikopoulos. Wiltshire will head to the line for free throws. Just enough space, literally. Maybe 20, 30 centimeters of extra space was enough to get him the advantage he needed. Marcus Foster's going to come back into the game for Türk Telekom. Johnson's going to take a rest. I wouldn't imagine we see Nick Johnson on the bench for too long. 2-3 minutes just to get him ready for the final stint. Wiltshire hits the first of his 2 free throws. And the second, that takes him up to 20 points personal now, Carl Wiltshire. Türk Telekom's lead back up to 8. A little over 8 minutes to play. A huge 8 minutes in this season's Basketball Champions League about to take place on the hardwood here in Ankara. Macon being chased relentlessly. Mavroidis doesn't get the score. Wiltshire grabs his 6th board of the game. Mavroidis playing defense on the perimeter against Wiltshire. Wiltshire, Galazlan. This is the 3. That would have been a bit of a nail in the coffin for AEK if he drained it. And the Greek sigh of relief as it clangs away. Macon, elbow jumper is good. And you just can't give a player of that quality that much space. He will hit them 9 times out of 10, if not more. He's up to 9 points. Wiltshire now being guarded by Chryssikopoulos. Foster, 3. Flat trajectory. Makes it tough to score. He's going to shoot again. A slightly higher trajectory, but the same result. My goodness me, Gaik hands it off to Galazlan, and the big man Gaik putting in a shift for his team, and Galazlan, the lucky recipient of the points on a plate. 8-point lead for Türk Telekom. Galazlin's first score of the game. Good hands by Wiltshire. Shot clock down to 10. Macon for three. Off and away, and at the moment, Ike's offense literally looks like give the ball to Macon and see what he can do. They've given up on the team element. How long till Langford comes back on the floor? Looks like he's going to check back in shortly. Pass now inside. Gayic with the score as the shot clock was running down. And Türk Telekom's lead is double digits. Christopoulos looks to go inside to Mavroidis. Stolen away. Foster now going one-on-one against Machulis. And Machulis will foul him. Foster looks to step over the defense. Foul's been called. Foster will head to the free throw line. A treble change for Ike. I'm not sure who we've got coming back in. I think it's, yep, we've got Moreira back on the floor as well. As you feel that coach Papatheodorou is throwing the last dice, the last roll of the game to try and fight their way back into this one. Foster misses the free throw. Criminal for a guard at this stage of the game. Only 3 from 10 from the field. Marcus Foster for his 8 points. Not the most efficient of nights for him. It's the second free throw though. Moraitis hands it off to Langford. And Langford have another career moment into the corner. Moraitis no good. Rebound falls back into the possession of Ike though. Long rebound from the high arcing three. Christopoulos inside. Wiltshire fouls him as he drives to the basket. And it was that jab step to the left that created the separation that Christopoulos needed. That slight body change, and Wiltshire knew there was no way he was getting back into the play. Just fouls him to stop the advantage. 5 minutes 36 seconds to play, an 11-point lead for Türk Telekom. Ike have the firepower, but can they string it together? They've been patchy this evening. Macon now to Moreira. Moreira up against Gayic. Shot goes up. That one's short. Rebound again by Gayic. That's his 10th rebound of the game. What a role he's played this evening. Absolutely pivotal in the game. He won't get the headlines, but his teammates will have enough appreciation for what he does for them, and he's done it again. Wiltshire to the basket. A little soft right hand isn't soft enough. The defense from Christopoulos strong enough to deny him. Macon inside. He had Foster on his back, but couldn't capitalize. Rebound 11 for Gayic. And rightfully so, Türk Telekom managing the clock now. Poor pass from Korkmaz though. Glaslan hadn't made the cut quick enough for that pass. Türk Telekom do right though to manage the clock now. They can start running out a little bit more, and there's the big threat. Glaslan will head to the bench, and Nick Johnson back into the action. Not a good sight for you Ike fans out there. The concern I have is it looks like Ike are trying to manage the clock as well. A lack of urgency on the offensive end from them as Foster gets blown for the foul. Fights his way over the screen, but just wasn't there quick enough, and his body momentum was going in the wrong direction. So it's the right move. Third team foul of the quarter for Türk Telekom. Ike are already in the penalty. Macon splits the defense. Steps in, the short two is good. Shot clock was running down. Macon with the big score. He's up to 11 points now, 50% from the field. Johnson running the clock down, hands it off to Wiltshire. 8 seconds remaining, step back long, two is good. Kyle Wiltshire, a smile on his face. You can see the confidence exuding from him. He knows he's in fine form this evening. 22 points, shooting 7 from 11 as well. What efficiency. Stolen away. Johnson, and the unsportsmanlike foul's going to be called on Moreira. No play at the ball, just looked to hold Johnson back. Let's have a look. There's the interception. And yeah, Moreira just pulls Johnson back. And that is what Nick Johnson has done time and time again in the Basketball Champions League. Moreira heads to the bench with the unsportsmanlike foul. Nick Johnson heads to the free throw line and hits the free throw. First of his 2. And the second. Unbelievably, only 7 points for Nick Johnson. Does have 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Has a habit, though, of being there for the big plays. The moments when his team truly need him. Can Türk Telekom snap this 3-game losing streak that they have? They need to if they want to stay in the Basketball Champions League. Shot clock down to 2. Shot is heaved. It's no good, but the rebound again by Gaik. He has been the king of the boards this evening. Wiltshire now has got the mismatch against Langford. Langford called for the foul. Wiltshire will head to the free throw line. And Türk Telekom know they are within touching distance of keeping their Basketball Champions League dreams alive here this evening. Remember, anything less than the win this evening will mean that their chances are gone. Wiltshire hits the first. Personal tally to 23. This is the second. Things go from bad to worse for Moses. He stepped in too soon, so Wiltshire will get a retake on that final one. In fact, it wasn't Moses, it was Chrysakopoulos. It's the score. Türk Telekom's lead up to a game high 15 now. A little over 3 minutes to play as Korkmaz heads to the bench. Timeout's been called by Ike. Is there anything that coach Papatheodorou can do? Let's jump into his huddle. Let's listen to what he has to say.
First offense, guys. First offense. Guys, first offense. Jonas Yusablinos. First offense. Entry pass to Keith. Corner players, Moraitis. We play horns to Korkmaz the target. We play horns to Korkmaz is the target. The player who got Korkmaz, he brings the ball here. You set diagonal screen. You spread the floor. Okay. 5 men stay here. And we have this action or ISO situation. If they go for a help, be ready for attack or for extra pass.
Can Ike pull this one out of the fire? It's a big ask. A little over 3 minutes to play. They trail by 15 against almost a new look Türk Telekom. They've had a tough phase of play in the Basketball Champions League, losing 3 on the bounce. They've never done that before. And they are now just over 3 minutes away from snapping that losing streak, keeping their chances of a final 8 appearance alive. Langford draws the foul off Korkmaz straight away. And this is what Ike need to do, and they should have been doing really for the last 2 or 3 minutes. They've been almost managing the clock themselves. They need to go early, be aggressive and direct to the basket, force the game a little bit. Korkmaz with his 3rd foul. Langford at the line for 2. It's the first of his 2. $11 points for Langford now, way down on his season average of 18.5. It's the second as well. Still got 3 minutes though, I suppose. He could be the absolute force behind an unbelievable turnaround. Langford called for the foul as the arm goes across Korkmaz's face. And that's Langford fouled out of the game. You wonder if that was almost intentional from Keith Langford, because he doesn't want to play in this one anymore. The cynical side of me suggests maybe that it is, that he just wanted a foul so he could get out of the game. Because outside of that, there was no real reason for that foul. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll say it was a mistake, though. Korkmaz hits the second of his free throws. Plenty of smiles on the Türk Telekom bench. Zisis now. Machulis comes across to set the screen and rolls hard to the basket. Wants to back Korkmaz down. Shot goes up and he's good. Moses for the long two. And this is what Ike need to do. The pressure needs to build. Foster, little hesitation, drives inside and draws the foul from Kingsley Moses. Easy call for the officials. Plenty of body contact as Moses comes across. Certainly not jumping straight up. Foster will head back to the free throw line. An absolute weakness in Foster's game, that's for sure. In the 4 games that he played prior to tonight, he's only 11% from the free throw line. When he was at Hapoel Holon last season, shooting over 70%. Something's gone on in the off-season for the shooting percentage to drop so dramatically. Misses both free throws. Rebound by Ike. And sometimes from the free throw line, it's a psychological problem. You get in a slump, and that plays havoc with your percentages. Foul going to be called on Johnson. Looked like the right foul. Looked like his hand hit a wrist. Nods his head, puts his hand up, accepts the call. Yeah, almost got the ball, but Macon just moved in time, and in the end, Johnson just clattered his hand into the wrist. Papa Theodorou knows this is unlikely now for his team to get back into this one, especially with the likes of Macon missing from the free throw line. $18 points, 2 minutes 14 to go. That's a big ask, especially when your top scorer Langford has already fouled out of the game. To Wiltshire. Call of no foul from the Ike bench. They know they can't foul. They've just got to harass the ball and try and steal it away. From Türk Telekom's point of view, they're going to manage the clock now, try and run it down. Don't expect them to take early shots. Expect there to be next to nothing on the shot clock every time. Shot goes up from Johnson. No good. Machulis with the rebound for Ike. They need to move the ball a bit quicker than Macon is at the moment. There's no time for waiting. Need to be direct and aggressive in this final 100 seconds. Macon, baseline drive, kicks it out. Johnson reads it well, steals it away. Is that the final nail in the coffin for Ike? It feels like it might be. And Türk Telekom live to fight another day here in the Basketball Champions League. Stolen away, unsportsmanlike foul called on Kyle Wiltshire. Not the smartest of plays. That's going to send Machulis to the free throw line for 2 shots. And they'll get possession as well. Potentially a 5-point shift. That could open the game up slightly if he can connect with this and they score off the possession. Not a great free throw shooter though, Machulis. It's the first of his two. Oh, Wiltshire playing a little bit of mind games. I think a player of the pedigree and esteem of Jonas Maciulis doesn't really fall for that. This is the second, though. Maybe it did play its part. Just 8 points, but 10 rebounds for Maciulis today. Certainly done a job on the boards. 1 minute 13 to play, 11-point lead for Türk Telekom. Macon now facing up against Johnson. Moses, throws the hammer down. A pure frustration play from Kingsley Moses. Lane opens up and he punishes Türk Telekom with the thunder. Floats up high, throws it down hard. Kingsley Moses. Big play by the big man. Timeout called by Coach Goran. Let's jump into this Türk Telekom huddle.
Nice. By the way, 9 points is good for us. 9 points is enough. So
Hey.
there's 2 for 1.
Hey, we start here. Okay. Be aware of pressure. Hey, 9 points is enough for us.
Yes.
9 points is enough for us. Okay. And then up 4. Up 4. Up 4. Kyle. Samet. Okay. Direct. Hey. Pop. If switch, go in. Okay. Let's go.
Coach Goran there referring to the head-to-head. That comes into play now as well. The return of this fixture. AEK were 9-point winners back in game day 8. So realistically, if you're Türk Telekom, you want a 10-point win at least, because the way this group is heading, it really could come down to head-to-head advantage. So they need to gain their head-to-head over AEK. A win for Türk Telekom puts them onto the same record as AEK. 58.9 seconds to play. Both teams know that points difference matters. Ball inbounded, Johnson fouled straight away. Not the smartest play by AEK, and you can see from the players' reactions that isn't what they were attempting to do. That's going to send Johnson to the line for 2 free throws, and that gives them the chance to really secure the head-to-head. Let's have a look at the call. Tough to see from that angle. I'm not sure if it's the hands on the back that was being called. It's called on Maciulis. Not really the camera angle to see what he did. First free throw is good for Johnson. Lead back up to 10 now. Remember, this is the minimum really. They lost by 9 in the reverse of this fixture. They want a 10-point or more lead to win the game. Takes the head-to-head. That's why Coach Goran is so animated with that make. Macon moves it back out. Moses floats inside, draws the foul, gets the score. How big will that play be? That could be huge from Kingsley Moses. Look at the play by Maciulis. Just levers Gaik out the way. And Moses with the finger roll. Officials are going to have a discussion, not sure what about. It was a big play by Moses. I think they're going to review. Not sure if it's around the timing of the situation.
Okay, sir, we want to see upgrade or downgrade the contact if there's any honest problem like this. Yeah? So show me the...
No, before on baseline.
Before. Yeah, before, please. Okay, now? No, it's okay. Stay.
There is extended. Do we have baseline camera?
Okay. Give me the base lane camera, okay? Under the basket. Yeah, this. It's okay. So thanks so much. Do you have any other? Give me the ring. Give me the ring camera, please. The ring camera. The ring.
Behind the basket.
In the basket. The one in the backboard. Yeah, this.
Okay, perfect. You see that he's trying to play the ball and he's accidental.
It's okay. Thanks so much, sir.
Yes.
It's conclusive. So we have conclusive situation. It's a normal contact. There is no any grabbing. Yeah, there is nothing illegal in this. Confirm this, and this will go with 1 free throw.
Normal foul, mistake.
Okay, so the officials confirmed just a regular foul. No unsportsmanlike going to be whistled on Kyle Wiltshire. That's going to send Moses to the line for the bonus shot. And breaks back in. So at the moment, Ike have the advantage. Coach Goran not happy, but when has he been in this game? This is a big free throw for Kingsley Moses. He is a good free throw shooter, though. It's the one to drop. That's a big play. 48.4. Remember, this isn't just about the win for Türk Telekom. This is about the head-to-head. Johnson finds Wiltshire. It's been knocked off the foot of Wiltshire, though. Oh, no, it's off the foot of Moses. It will remain Türk Telekom ball. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely, off the knee of Moses. Good call by the officials. Baseline ball, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Remember, it's the head-to-head that these teams are now playing for. The reverse of this fixture is a 9-point win for Ike. So 10 points or more is what Türk Telekom are looking for, really. Foster drives inside, hands it off to Gaik. Gaik to the basket for 2. Shot clock was expiring, and Gaik once again steps up. He's up to 9 points along with 12 rebounds. Macon now comes back out to Moses. Moses puts up the 3, comes up short. Johnson with the rebound. Should just run the clock down. That's what he needs to do. Foul from Achulis. That will send Johnson to the free throw line. And you could almost hear the cogs ticking from here for Johnson. Looked at the scoreboard. We're up by more than 9. I just want to run the clock down now. 10-point lead for Türk Telekom. As it stands, that's the advantage to them, the head-to-head to them. However, still 12 seconds to play. Still plenty could happen. Strasbourg have beaten Nizhny, so no one is going to secure that final 8th place today. It will go to the last week in this group. Johnson hits both. Türk Telekom lead up to 12. 12 seconds left on the game clock. Timeout called by coach Papatheodorou, understandably so. Remember, this is the head-to-head they're going for. Ike had an 8-point win in the reverse. So they need to reduce this deficit. Let's listen in.
This is with the ball here. Here is Moraitis. Here is Moses. And here is Daryl. Here is Jonas. Okay. The ball is here. Daryl, you ask the ball. Set a good screen here for Daryl. Daryl, the flight on the ball, you try to receive this screen and you coming here for a 3-point shot.
12 seconds remaining. Coach Papatheodorou very clear with his team. We need a 3. They absolutely do. That would bring it down to a joint head-to-head. Make an exceptionally complicated mathematical decision. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Galazlan. Korkmaz now with possession. They're not going to foul him. He almost gives the ball up though. Gaik will drop it out of bounds. 0.8 seconds remaining. Can Ike get a 3 away with 0.8 seconds remaining? And Gaik drops it out of bounds. It'll be a baseline ball, highly unlikely. Surely Türk Telekom, they've definitely won the game, but have they claimed their head-to-head? Shot up from Machulis, it's no good. The final buzzer rings out and you can see the limited number of fans in the stands celebrate. Coach Goran's done the job he needed to. He's taken the win. Final score here in Ankara, Türk Telekom 78, AEK Athens 66. What a game we have had. Carl Wiltshire, one of the heroes without a shadow of a doubt. A stellar performance from him. Here are your shooting percentages. As you can see, Türk Telekom doing a good job across the board. AEK not far short of that either. They did win the rebounding battle though. That's where it hurt AEK. 16 offensive rebounds for Türk Telekom. Plenty of second chance opportunities for them. And they really couldn't compete past that. Here are the top scorers. Wiltshire 24, Johnson 10, Korkmaz 10 for Türk Telekom. Moses leads the scoring for AEK with 18 points. Here are some of the highlight plays from that second half of action. But what a game. Take your time and catch your breath. That's one of those games for us. A classic within the Basketball Champions League. And Türk Telekom, an unbelievable second half performance. It really was the backbreaker in the third quarter, though, holding AEK to just 10 points in that third quarter. Opened the game up, and they really just held them at arm's length throughout that final 10 minutes of action. And a lot of credit has to go to Carl Wiltshire. There's no two ways about that. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal to his name. 7 from 7 from the free throw line, 1 from 1 from downtown. 2 other players in double digits. Nick Johnson had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and maybe more importantly, 4 steals. And Can Korkmaz also had 10 points and 5 assists to his name. You do have to give a hat tip to Samit Gaik as well. 9 points, 12 rebounds, including 6 offensive rebounds. What a performance for him. For AEK on the other end of the floor, 3 players in double digits. Kingsley Moses was the biggest hot hand today. He had 18 points and 3 rebounds. Daryl Macon with 12 points. Keith Langford with 11 points. He fouled out in the closing stages of this one. Also a little hat tip to Jonas Machulis. He had 8 points, 10 rebounds in today's game. But what this does is really completely blow the doors off Group K here in the Basketball Champions League playoffs. Nizhny, well, they've already secured their place in the final 8, but the other place is still up for grabs. We have 3 teams. We have AEK, Türk Telekom, and Strasbourg all fighting it out for that final spot here from Group K to advance to the final 8. And unbelievably, all 3 of them at the moment sit on exactly the same record. 2 wins, 3 losses. Strasbourg beat Nizhny tonight, and that really has just left the game completely wide open. As I'm reading it, but don't take this as law, I think Türk Telekom have their fate in their own hands. If they beat Strasbourg, that should be enough for them to progress to the final 8. However, for Strasbourg and Türk Telekom, there's a few more wrinkles in their destiny, as it may come down to head-to-head records or even points scored. We're yet to see. But final score here in Ankara sees Türk Telekom take a 12-point lead. There's the standings for you, exactly what I'm telling you. 3 teams now will go through to the final week of the round of 16 playoffs with a chance to make it through to the final 8. A breathtaking group with a breathtaking game here this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a wonderful game, a wonderful advert for European basketball. But the final score here on the back of a big performance from Kyle Wiltshire is Türk Telekom 78, AEK 66.